If starting a new relationship after my divorce makes me an adulteress, I am gonna proudly wear the tag Dadyfreeze wife Benedict. Speak. Dadyfreeze wife Benedict don't come out to come clear the air regarding this whole issue of adultery going on social media since yesterday. Yesterday, Punch newspaper posted that court order Dadyfreeze to pay the wife ex-husband 5 million for knacking her while she was still married to him. Dadyfreeze have reacted to this news, and the wife is out also to clear the whole news spreading on social media. Reacting to this, the wife Benedict countered the whole world, say, if after divorcing and she decide to start a new relationship because she find a man she loves, make her to be an adulteress, that she is ready to wear the tag
on my forehead, right? If divorcing my ex 12 years ago and starting a relationship before the end of my 10-year divorce lawsuit makes me an adulteress, I am going to wear that tag like a crown with pride on my forehead. For every woman going through a divorce that believes that because our judicial system takes 10 years to 12 years and even more to issue a divorce certificate, if those women believe that because they are going through a 10-year divorce, a 12-year divorce, they don't have the right to find love, they don't have the right to move on with their lives, I am doing it for those women. If you put the adulteress tag on my forehead, I will wear it with pride. I divorced my ex 12 years ago. I filed for the divorce. So if they are trying to change the narrative to make it look like I was caught in an adultery and he divorced me, that is not the case. I filed for a divorce from my ex based on our sexual differences, our sexual orientation. We have different sexual orientations. That is the story. That is the story that can never ever change. No matter how they try to disguise it. I filed. And I remember quite clearly in court, my lawyer asked them if they had any evidence whatsoever to show that I knew who Dadyfreeze was, or Dadyfreeze knew who I was before 2012. They should bring the evidence forward. Up until today, no singular evidence to show that I knew who Dadyfreeze was before I filed for a divorce. So I filed for a divorce on the grounds of different sexual orientation. That was why I filed. Toxic marriage, battery, those were the grounds on which I filed. That is in my court documents and it can never change. And should they have any evidence contrary to that, we are currently in the Supreme Court, so they should bring all the evidence to the Supreme Court. Like I said, I am not here to explain anything to anyone other than the fact that the adultery tag on my forehead is not the reason why I filed for a divorce. I filed for a divorce. I filed from my ex based on different sexual orientation. He's still alive. He has messages. There are evidence. There are letters. At any point in time, the Supreme Court can subpoena MTN. Oh yes, they can subpoena MTN and bring forward text messages. If need be, that can be done in court. So I am not worried about all those things, but I am more concerned about women that think that because they are going through divorce, it's like saying presently, if you, Edochie, should date, she will decide that she wants to start dating, she is committing adultery, right? Legally, they will say, Edochie is committing adultery because her divorce is not yet final. But is she still practically married to you? The answer is no, they are not, right? So any woman that files for a divorce and decides to start dating is an adulteress. But any man that files for a divorce can go ahead and remarry even before that divorce is finalized. Men can remarry even without filing for a divorce from their ex-wives. Men can remarry even without asking permission from their wives. But women cannot date after filing for a divorce. That is the country we live in. And that is why I am doing this live. You see, this narrative has to change. This narrative has to...
I would like to hear your own opinion on this whole matter, as it really matters a lot. Yeah, I don't want to talk, make it no look like say are they biased or women doesn't support their fellow human. At the right sense, if a woman divorced, she is allowed to remarry. Even the Bible allows us to do so. But right now, this moment, it seems the woman and Dadyfreeze have a louder voice. They have a louder voice. People can easily hear from them and not the man that is involved. And we all know, say, it is the first issue like this. Everybody like to come out to talk in order to paint the other person black. So except we hear from the other person, we cannot actually say this is it. Or if you're sharing your own opinion, you should just be straight and like say, okay, to hear from the other person. For me, this is how I feel, because in a situation whereby she said the man is a gege, he like to sleep with his own fellow men, and she has been living with him for over 10 years. So what suddenly made her to now sit up one day and decide to leave the man? Because at least 1 year into the marriage, she should have realized that the man na gege, right? So she endured it for 9 years, and after 9 years to 10 years, she decided to divorce him. There must be something like she'll find somebody else who is showing her that love that she truly deserves, of course, which is not bad also. So, but just like as I said, I will not side her and I will not side the man yet, because I've not had the real story, because you get as he be. If truly she said she have not known Dadyfreeze before she filed for divorce, so how come Dadyfreeze come in the light immediately after she filed for divorce? Asking for evidence, you all know say they easy for Naija person as a whole to take everything as evidence when the person do not know your next step. As the man did, so if you don't catch the ex-wife with Dadyfreeze, but didn't think is wise enough for him to get evidence, as him too may not really believe in his heart that the wife will fight for a divorce. And for a woman to stand up and fight for a divorce immediately, it means that there must be something like behind her, something solidly standing behind her, which of course should be a very good relationship with either her family or with her opposite sex. I don't want to talk, make it no be let's say I still they talk. Anyway, just feel free to share me your own thoughts in the comment section, and here I go end this my gossip. Thank you so much for watching.